Yo, what's good, man? The Island God Talk podcast is back, man. You see No Shirt JaayUu in the building. Then we got my man Hoodie Meechy in here. Hoodie Kingmeechyyy over here.
I got the shiesty, but
With the shiesty.
I'm going to be a civilian today.
So we good today. We chilling today.
Yeah,
we
chilling.
ain't robbing nobody. We coming with straight knowledge, straight game. We game related, not gang related.
I like that.
That's what we is.
Definitely. Because, you know, niggas be going through shit, man. Like, I know me personally, I be going through shit. You be going through shit too, JaayUu?
I mean, it's a part of life, man. Everybody has trials and tribulations and a little bit of things. We got moments in our lives where we feel like we down, and some of us go through real depression. Some of us go through fake depression. And shit, we can get into all of that.
Definitely. But, like, so since we're on it, how you deal with that, like, depression in a sense? Wait, how do you feel about depression first? Because, like, the shit you just said, it was kind of like you don't believe in that shit.
I mean, I do, but I don't. I believe, like, you can have some chemical imbalances and stuff like that in your brain that will, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, literally that will make you, like, feel sad. But I feel like a lot of those things is based upon our actions. Like, a lot of people like to say depression is, like, you still holding on to old shit and you're letting it affect you on the daily. You're not being present in the moment, focusing on the future. And then I like how Jim Carrey explained it too, as like a lot of people, especially you're at a job that you don't like or something like that. It's easy to have to put on a mask every day that's not the real you. And like depression can be a result of your body, your mind just tired of wearing that mask. It's letting you know, like, that can lead you to having those feelings. And it can come from addiction. It can come from a lot of things. It can just not having the right mindset as far as like positivity. Because the thing about it, I feel like a lot of people that are quote unquote in depression, they're sitting down in the storm. And it's like, if you're in hell, you're going through hell, you're not gonna sit down and sit there. You shouldn't sit down and sit there. You should keep moving forward.
Definitely. And that's a big one. Like, you can never just be complacent. Like, if you feel sad and all you're doing is sitting in your room, you're obviously gonna stay sad. So maybe try to get out, getting some sun, being productive. Like, I know sometimes you might not.
You gotta find that inner child, man. Like, you used to climb trees when you were little. Most of us used to climb trees. If you're not still climbing trees, you're not still going in nature. You're living more so robotic life of only
wake up, job.
You're literally being motivated just to maintain the things you already have. The only reason why you have enough energy to go to work is because you know if you don't pay your bills, you're gonna be homeless. Like, it's a sad way to live, and that can lead to depressive states.
Definitely. But, like, I feel like if you're really on your purpose, you might get in a little funk every here and there. But you can get out of it because you're moving, because you're steadily moving towards a goal. Like, a goal that you know is going to be worth it at the end of the road.
And as men, it's like a lot of times we fall into those states because we're so focused on our goals, we forget that we have to be mentally strong just as much as we are physically strong. And that's a big thing too. You can't just be just so focused on going to the gym, working on this, and you're not working on your mental health, because this journey is not going to be easy. And to be honest, as a man especially, nobody's going to give a fuck how you feel. You got to get up and get shit done regardless every day, no matter if you're fucking sad, man. Like, your emotion at the time, that just got to be fuel instead of just sitting in that emotion. You sit in that emotion, that's when you end up in those, like, depressive states.
Definitely. And I had to tell myself that shit today. Like, it was a rainy day today. Like, I wasn't feeling I couldn't run, like, immediately. So I wasn't feeling too motivated. And then I just thought to myself, nobody fucking cares. Like, I promise you, nobody cares. Like,
as men, we can't live in the delusion of, oh my God, the world revolves around us and I deserve this and I deserve that. Like, nah, we got to earn everything. We have to create our value daily. And that can be depressing reality to face, but it's also good at the same time, because you can be whatever the fuck you want to be as a man in this world.
Definitely.
Do whatever you want to do.
Definitely.
You can be a woman if you want to now.
We don't fuck with that.
Yeah, you should, I'm not subscribing to that.
Because that's a whole nother topic. Because, like, come on, bro, chill out. But anyway, It's more so like, shit, I forgot what the fuck I was finna say, but that shit.
But yeah, like I mean, I can name plenty of times when I was depressed, and I say one of the biggest depressing times of my life when I was facing 2 felonies. Like that's a story for another day. But I was sitting in I was sitting in my grandmother's house because I couldn't go home because the police they bust into my parents' crib looking for me, and I had to come turn myself in. But I stayed the weekend at my grandma's house, so I didn't have to turn myself in till that Sunday night because if you go in on a Friday, you're not getting out till Monday morning, something like that. Anyway, so I so yeah, like being in my grandma's house before I was contemplating like suicide before I turned myself in, which I would say that like wasn't the first time in my life even being in that dark space, and I know plenty of people that have been in there, and I know plenty of people that are watching that's probably been in that dark space, contemplating that thing, or contemplating self-deletion, suicide, whatever you want to call it. And a lot of times, like just having some sort of faith in something, having some sort of belief, and also working, putting in that work at the same time, that's what brings you out of those funks. Like, cause I'll say I was sitting in a cell like a lot of dudes probably, like I know it's dudes in jail right now, they sitting in that cell praying for a second chance. And it's like, once you get that, if you're lucky enough to get that, it changes your whole mindset on what's really, especially being in a place like that, it really, you can't be depressed coming out of that, because anything else that happens in life is not going to be worse than that.
That is definitely true. That is definitely true. But sometimes you need that though. Like sometimes you straight need it.
As a man, look, trauma is gonna build you or break you. Yeah. It's not a strong, powerful man that people like love and respect that hasn't been through some shit. Is never gonna be one. Because if you haven't been through nothing, people can't relate to you. If you was spoon fed, like and I don't got nothing against people that was born with old money and stuff like that. But you're never gonna be as tough. You're never gonna be as tough as somebody that came from nothing. That's just what it is.
That is true. That is very true. But at the same time, we all do go through shit. No, like it might not be that particular situation, but we all go through shit, and it's all geared to us. Like
even somebody that had everything as a child, they still probably deal with issues with not getting enough attention that led to other things in their life. A lot of them suffer with drug addiction, which can put you in depression quick as hell when it's like you are using some form of escapism for a long period of time to basically like take your mind off whatever problems you got. It's like once you sober, you still gotta face those problems.
Yeah, definitely. And don't ever think somebody's problems is or somebody has it easier than you. Mm-hmm. Like even sitting in that cell, like you was probably thinking like, "Fuck, like why me?" Because I feel like that's a question we've all asked ourselves.
I mean, that's the thing. You start off like that, but if you're like real type of person, that's not how it's gonna stay. Because you gotta look into all those situations, and you have to learn to take accountability at some point, especially if you want real change, and especially if you believe in a higher power and you want a real second chance from that higher power. You believe in anything, like you're gonna have to. It starts with accountability. Like you gotta accept what you did. Like it doesn't matter if somebody lied on me and it was a crime I didn't commit. Somehow I put myself in this situation, unless it just was some complete bullshit. But even then, it's like, usually you can find any things that happen to you, you can find accountability in yourself, and that's when you got all the power. Once you start blaming other people, now other people got power over you.
Definitely. And accountability, that just really what makes it. That's really probably why we go through shit. Learn how to take it. Learn how to, especially as a man. As a man, if you can't hold yourself accountable, you might as well just throw that shit away. Mm-hmm. Like you're not gonna be one for too much longer.
You're not, because you're gonna find yourself in situation after situation, and then you blaming everybody, your mama, God, your girl, you blaming all these people outside of yourself for your life, But it's like you have to look at yourself if you want progress and you want growth and you want to, like, if you want to be him, Himothy, you know what I'm saying? You got to look at yourself.
You definitely do. And that's the price you pay. Like, it's literally the price you pay. Like, every day, working every day, that's the price you, like, your paycheck at the end of the week, that's the price you pay. Working on yourself, the future you, the one that gets all the girls, the one that has all the money, like, everybody want to be friends with. I'm not saying you need a bunch of friends, but that's the price you pay.
Yeah.